Hi, this is Shana Meyerson with YOGAthletica in Los Angeles, California, here today to show you how to do Ganda Bherundasana. This is a pretty obscure pose, but it's really fun. It's literally translated fierce chin pose. So if you've got a fierce chin that's dying to be balanced on, you're in luck today. This is a lot easier than it looks, and if you follow these simple instructions, you will be able to do it too. If you could grab 2 blocks, that would be ideal. If you don't have them, you'll have to skip that part. Okay, here we go. We're gonna start off with a warm-up. This is a great warm-up after you've already done your sun salutations, and you throw this in right after your B's, or you could actually throw it in sort of as part of your B. Okay, so that was a pretty cool move, huh? I have to go so close to the wall in order for the camera to capture me. I'm hoping that this all shows up. Downward facing dog. Okay, so what we're going to start to do is warm up our spines. So you're going to lift a leg. We'll call it your right leg. Doesn't really matter if it's your left leg. You can still call it your right leg. And you're going to come about halfway forward. So not all the way forward to a plank position, but about halfway forward. And take that foot and you're going to bend it up, okay? Like you're trying to point to the wall that's in front of you. Now here's the thing. I want you to keep this foot pointing to the wall. So if I say, where's the wall? Your foot's gonna say, there it is. Now, when I lower down, the mistake most people make is they try to lower straight down. You can't do it that way. You gotta go so far forward. Like imagine your chin coming off your yoga mat. You're gonna go so far forward. I'm way high on my back toes. I'm gonna put my chin only on the floor. Chin goes down. Where's the wall? There it is. And then to slide out, I'm just going to take my back leg, slide it out right into my cobra. Taking my push-up, if you got the strength. If not, skip the push-up. Left leg lifts. Unless you lifted your right leg last time, then lift your, no. Unless you lifted your left leg last time, then lift your right leg. Okay, left leg lifts. Remember, I come just halfway forward, not too far forward. I bend my leg up and over. So it's pointing to the wall. It's very important to actually understand how to lift that back leg. I'm going to come down, forward, and when I come down, chin goes way past my arms. I'm going to try to keep my elbows over my wrists. Way back, where's the wall? There it is. Roll it out. Right into my cobra. And through my vinyasa. Okay? Warm up number 1. Okay, we're only taking 3 steps today. Second step is the blocky step. So if you got blocks, grab them now. I happen to have blocks. How weird. Okay. Now, if you are scared of flipping over, just bring yourself in front of a wall. Know this though, it's actually really hard to flip over on this pose. You have to have like a really big back bend to flip. In fact, I don't know if I've ever seen anybody flip. However, you can always be the first. So if you're uncomfortable with this, take precautions, put a wall behind you. Blocks. For most human beings, they're gonna go on medium height. Okay, because my shoulders are going to be going on these blocks. They're far enough apart that my head can just fit in between the blocks. I'm going to try to get my chin to the floor. Now, I personally don't seem to have a long enough neck to get down there, but I'm going to be aiming for it. The weird thing about fierce chin pose is it's actually a chin pose, okay? A lot of people think that this pose should be taken with your chin off the floor. If it were to be taken off the floor, it would be called fierce chin off the floor pose, but it's not. So this is actually a chin balance. We don't have a lot of balances in yoga that require balancing on a piece of your face, but this is the one. So, as always, get your braids out of the way. You set up your blocks about shoulders distance. I'm going to take my shoulders. Be clear, guys, this is not Pincha Mayurasana. This is not forearm balance, so don't get confused. I'm going to put my shoulders right in the middle of my blocks. Okay, my blocks are a little too wide. I'm going to narrow them up a little bit. Great. Okay. My hands are going to go behind behind the block. So again, not forearm balance. Hands are down behind the blocks. I look forward because I'm trying to stretch my neck to the floor. It's really hard for me to get my chin down there. But I'm looking forward like crazy. I straighten my legs like a down dog, and if your knees are bent, that's okay too. You're gonna walk in as far as you can, looking way forward. By the way, guys, remember this is fierce chin balance, not fierce nose balance. So if you're on your nose, you gotta look up more. Here we go. Looking up. I walk in, knees bent or straight. Lift one leg, and I'm gonna try, as always, to take as little effort as possible to get in here. Okay, I'm looking way forward. It's a pretty back bendy pose. And out. Okay. Unfortunately, it's a little hard for me to talk when my face is on the floor. So if I did talk, you wouldn't even understand me. So you're going to have these weird silent parts. Because those of you who know me, I don't shut up very often. So this is a good pose to put me in a party if you want me to shut up. Okay, so when you're on your blocks, again guys, this is like a surprisingly easy pose. And quite frankly, my hands, I'm just moving them a little bit narrower, my hands are not working that much, my arms aren't working that much. And when I'm using the blocks are basically holding me up. Again, chin goes down, I walk in as gently as possible, I try to lift up, so I'm trying to use core instead of just momentum. And you can see my hands are not really working. I'm just thumbs. Not that my thumbs are really working, I just show you I can more or less take my hands off the floor, and it's really not that important because my hands aren't that important when I have my handy dandy blocks. Now, for those of you who didn't have blocks, you could join in again. Now, I tried tucking my shirt today. I've never tried tucking in a shirt before, it's really awkward. Okay. So, Ganda Bherundasana. It's the same thing, but now my blocks happen to be invisible. So, I'm going to put my shoulders on my imaginary blocks, not on the floor. My hands are going to be behind them. In this one, my hands actually are going to be working a lot because I don't have the blocks to support me. But I have, yeah, that's 2. I was about to say 3, but my counting skills are going downhill in my old age. 3. I have 3 points of balance, right? I've got my hands, and I got my chin. And when you wake up tomorrow with weird bruises on your chin, you'll know why. Okay, so remember that every time I'm working on inversions, and if you don't know this, check out my other inversion videos, particularly handstand and headstand. I'm trying to lift up using core strength instead of kick up. Because when I kick up, I've got so much momentum it could flip me over, even though I know I'm contradicting myself before when I said it's hard to flip over in this pose. But if you kick hard enough, it might become easy to flip over. So, nice gentle kicks. Now again, it's going to be a little hard for me to talk in this one, and if I try, it's just going to come out in a mumble. But I know me, I'll probably try anyway. Remember, chin meets floor on this one. Hands come down, shoulders distance apart. And I'm going to put my chin on the floor in front of basically where my thumbs would make a triangle. And I look way forward. It's awkward to talk. Okay. Again, I'm going to walk my feet way in. And same thing, I just lift up. And you can actually turn this into a scorpion and roll right out into your cobra. I think the scorpion is quite natural in this one because it's such a big back bend. And I don't even have the world's greatest scorpion. I don't even have anything in the neighborhood of the world's greatest scorpion. But at least I could fake it. So that's a really cool transition. Now, remember the warm-up we did so long ago, like 5 minutes ago? Check it out. We could take that one right into our Ganda Bherundasana. Now here's the thing. With my top leg does that thing where I say, where's the wall? You point forward and use that leg pointing forward to actually pull you into the pose. Again, we want to minimize the push, the jumpy part, and we want to maximize the pulley part. Remember, the things that I pull to me in life are going to come to me a lot more sweetly than the things that I have to force. So I'm going to try to pull myself in by bringing as much of my body weight way that it sort of teeter-totters my other leg over. I'm gonna take a slightly shorter stance. I'm just gonna make it easier. Down dog. Leg comes up. Halfway forward. Where's the wall? Now again, remember chin way past your hands. Lean, 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 lean. And you see me stretch my leg forward to try to take me in. Cobra. Dog. Come on, that's fun. Okay, that's all I got for you today. This is a pretty obscure pose, it's a really fun pose, and I really do think you're gonna surprise yourself. This is Shana Meyerson with YOGAthletica in Los Angeles, California, wishing you an awesome weekend.